Does your tongue look weird? You know, when you look at all of these weird points and all of these weird channels, you'll notice one thing that you won't hear from a medical doctor, which is that everything is related. One of the weirdest parts of your body that is a sort of microsystem for what else is going on in your body is your tongue. And there's 3 or 4 key things your tongue will tell you about your health. So the very first thing is that if you look at the tongue body, the actual shape of your tongue, you'll notice one of two things. It may be perfectly flat around all of the edges, or you may see something called scalloping, which is you see a sort of wavy shape around the tongue. Now, we say this is a clear sign of typically digestive issues and food allergies. So this is what Chinese medicine calls spleen qi deficiency, which often relates to pancreatic enzyme deficiency. So the shape is number one. The second thing is if you stick out your tongue and you look in the mirror, you'll notice a certain color. The main body, the meat of the tongue, will either be on the pale side or it'll be on the red side. The pale side basically indicates what we call cold in the system. This is very common in people who have GI problems, eat a vegetarian or a vegan diet, or have more loose bowel movements. And on the red side, this is often an indicator of inflammation, basically the heat in the system there. So you'll often see this with acid reflux. You'll see it more in high blood pressure. You'll see it a lot when people have a very red facial flushing. And then from there, the different zones of the tongue are very indicative of what's going on. For example, a very, very red tongue tip, just this much, the first part of the tongue, often is something called heat in the heart. You will often see it again with acid reflux or with certain kinds of sleeping problems. Another thing you might see is like a thick white or a thick yellow coat. So the coating often indicates what's going on with your digestive system. More white is potentially more bacterial, more small intestine bacterial overgrowth. More yellow is often something bacterial or fungal. And of course, if it's very thick white, you may have candida, which is a fungal infection.